Joining me now is Hugh Agro. He's president and CEO at Revival Gold. Great to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks. Great to be with you, Mark.
So some interesting doings at Revival Gold. As you mentioned just off air, you've been at this for about 7 years now, but you've got two brownfield projects in the United States. One is Mercur in Utah, and then Beartrack-Arnett is in Idaho. So can you give us a snapshot of those two?
Well, really, it's in the name of the company, Revival Gold, right? We're reviving assets that have been proven past producers and bringing them back to life in good jurisdictions in a great gold price environment. And that's the second part of the revival, of course, is the gold price. And the third part is the team, which has done it before.
Now, as far as Mercury, next steps are, I guess you're doing them, or it's coming, infill drilling, or you haven't started yet, or have you?
We haven't started.
Okay.
We just finished the PEA and filed the technical report associated with the PEA. Our team is out. We've been doing soil sampling, getting prepared for the drill activity and the archaeological work that'll underpin our mine permitting processes. But we'll be planning to drill this year. Big follow-up program at Mercur. And then we'll also, if all goes according to plan, we'll be drilling back at Beartrack-Arnett again this year in the latter part of the year.
Interesting. Now, one of the things that's intriguing about Mercur is that you said most of the drilling is not below 400 meters. So clearly you want to go deeper. And so what do you think the potential is to really grow the resource?
Well, look, I'll start with the fact that this is a big gold system, right? This is a Carlin-type system that we have at Mercur. It's about 7,000 hectare land position. The land position has never been consolidated in one operator's hands before. Used to be part of it owned by Barrick, part of it by Homestake, part of it unstaked and explored. But it's been a prolific district, and we see a ton of potential here.
And you said that you're probably about 2 years away from permitting and a construction decision. So what work needs to be done to get to that? Can you take us through that timeline?
Yeah, the details will come over this year. That's the purpose of this year's program, is to fine-tune on the permitting, develop up the convert inferred to measured and indicated for the purposes of a PFS. And we'll have more details on that. But broadly speaking, we're looking at about 2 years to complete permitting. Most of the work will focus on archaeological and wildlife study baseline activities. And then we go through a state-run process by DOGM, which is the state Utah's government agency that looks after the permitting. And we don't see any real challenges here. And number one, because we're on private land. Number two, because it's in a very dry location. So water is normally the big issue around permitting projects like this, and we don't have that as an issue here.
And then, Hugh, at Beartrack-Arnett, the longer-term plan is to have an open-pit mine followed by an underground mine. So can you sort of elaborate on that plan?
Yeah, well, this is our approach of taking a staged approach to development. We think that makes sense from a risk point of view for our investors. So first step, PFS already completed on heap leach of the leachable material in the project, but the really exciting exploration potential is as we go underground into the southern part of the project. And I just to set the stage here, we've got 5 kilometers of drilled strike, another 5 kilometers of favorable structure, and we're itching to get into that and explore. Hopefully, we're doing that later this year.
Now, not a lot of gold companies, and lastly here, can say that they're fairly near production. You've also said that the stock is wildly undervalued. Last you said it was 0.15 of net asset value. And so summarize your thoughts here in terms of the investment case for Revival Gold, if you could.
Well, it is that. I mean, we are in a great location. We are in a very supportive gold price environment. And at a gold price of $21.75, the underlying NAV in the company, net asset value, is about $500 million. And that increases to $1.2 billion at a $3,000 gold price, more contemporary with where we are today. So for a 60 or 70 million market cap company, US dollars, that's a ton of upside for investors. And we're talking about 2 big geological systems with exploration still absolutely part of the growth story here at Revival Gold.
All right, thanks for shedding some light on the company.
Thank you, Mark.
Very good. Hugh Agro, President and CEO at Revival Gold.